Very well. Let us see how long thy understanding takes. Truly? Hast thou seen the futility of thy actions? An apology to one such as myself is but empty air. Dost thou need my services? Thy wheel of... Dost thou require a new... Dost thou require a new...
Let's rehearse this one more time.
Moving in.
Pretend I'm
throw
an
us in
abyss
jail.
and tell me what you were doing in the house.
Except if you're a criminal, of course.
Shooting you. Anything of use? I have a lot on my mind.
Shah's blessings upon you. A shame.
You have the Netherstones. They resonate with my own. I commend you for putting an end to Orin's madness. She must be screaming bloody murder in the hells even now. How was the reunion? I trust you demonstrated your particular spark of creative genius. I always preferred your methods to hers. You have mastery over your urges. Orin was consumed by her gruesome obsessions. I'm surprised Baal allowed you to slip away from his grasp. But this changes nothing. With me, you will have power greater than Baal could have given you, and you will bow to no master. My involvement with Orin was never a true alliance. A mad dog understands the yank of the leash and the hand of its master, but it cannot be an equal. You can be my equal. We will raise a black keep in Baldur's Gate. Then we will conquer the Sword Coast and unite all its peoples under our rule. But first, the brain awakens. We must act now. Faithful, come forward. Hand me the Netherstones, and we will rule as one.
Call me cynical, but I'm not sure we can trust the god of tyranny's chosen to happily share power.
I will not tolerate weakness. A strong ally requires a strong will. I'm not here for games. Hand me the stones, or face the black hand of Lord Bane. One final test. Will she defy me and prove her worth? Or will she cower? As they should. I was merely testing you. This should be an alliance of peers. You've got a backbone, and the makings of a leader. The Dark Lord Bane blesses our alliance. Our time is short. The Elder Brain is held beneath the city. We must go to it if we're to control it. There is a vessel to the Morphic pool where the brain feeds. I will wait for you at the pool. With the Netherstones in hand, the brain can't resist us. We will be absolute, with an infected army at our beck and call. First, we take Baldur's Gate, then Faerûn. All of Toril will soon follow, 1,000 kingdoms at our command.
My consort. We are so close to our triumph, I can almost taste it.
These boots have seen everything. I need a moment for the two of us.
May the darkness protect you. All right, some company wouldn't hurt on the road, especially if there's trouble.
You wish to consult me? Good.
Is something burdened? It is done.
This vessel is at thy disposal. Do what thou wilt. Thou art the master.
Cranium rats. They swarm when an elder brain is near. We must be close to its hiding place. Beware. A solitary rat may be trivial, but a swarm is dangerous.
Feels like we're... Lady of Sorrows, guide us. Did you want...
Won't be long now. They'll pay for what they did to me.
Can you feel it? That ache in your skull, that silent scream. The brain wants us for its puppets.
The Elder Brain is close. Be ready for anything.
is something... Are you sure that's the best course?
You wish to consult me? A mistake. I am your most valuable asset. When you
May the darkness protect you. A shame.
Seems simple enough.
Pristine darkness in every direction. Silence, but for the gentle, rhythmic slap of water on rock as your vessel cuts through. An overwhelming force pushes into your mind. The brain. It is here.
Can you smell it? The brine. It's infused with magic. The brain is here.
If not over, then through.
Waiting. Preparing. Calculating. Evolving.
I've got a long road ahead. Time to press ahead.
What now?
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Dominated. Controlled.
Looks like an ambush.
can't even catch my breath. A fine day for murder. Ah. Still on my feet. They're dying for me. All of them. Time to push my luck again. No choice but to keep going.
These regions will know themselves. Corruption is in the air. It infects everything it touches.
Need to find a way forward.
Thrall. Break
This way.
control.
We need to talk.
I should speak up.
The brain is about to break free. We have no time to lose. We either shackle it by the force of our will and usher in a new age, or the city breaks. You have survived shadows, defied gods, and overcome many challenges to be here. But that doesn't mean you're ready for what comes next. For that, you will have to be much, much stronger. I hope so. If either of us falters, both of us die. Come, let's end this.
My head is pounding.
Can't be far now. Rise. I, Lord Enver Gortash, chosen of Bane, command you.
It's close. Have the stones ready.
By the Dark Lord. How did it grow so large?
You think you know why you are here. You think you can atone for giving me my power, child of Baal. By destroying me with the Nether Stones. You are wrong.
It's messing with your mind. Don't listen to it. Use the stones.
By eliminating Ketheric and Orin, you have simply unbound me. Exactly as I intended. The crown is now mine to command. Mine alone.
Don't listen to it. Focus on the crown.
made me what I am.
You are delusional. The crown is how we controlled you.
I respected Baal's child once, but not you, Cortash. I allowed you to control me, as long as it suited my purpose. You have played your part. The next order to be given is mine, and it is this. Die.
Sweet hells! Well, that's what you get.
When the parasite entered your ruined mind, you became a pawn in my design. Who do you think told the Chosen about the Astral Prism? Who do you think planted the knowledge of Orpheus's power and the fear of what it could do? When the Chosen sent my thralls to retrieve the prism, who do you think let the Emperor slip its leash, knowing it would be the one to bring you to me?
Were you a part of its plan?
I only needed one Netherstone loosened from the Chosen's grasp to guarantee my freedom. You brought all three back to me. In doing so, you have liberated me. This was your role, and it is complete. Now you will witness the grand design.
We have to stop it! It's now or never!
I pulled you out just in time. The situation is worse than I thought. This is an Elder Brain, no longer. The magic of the crown has caused it to evolve. It has become something more. A nether brain. I thought so too. But that was when I believed it was still an Elder Brain. It has been anticipating our every move from the start. I underestimated it. We will need to rethink our plan.
All of that? And the stones didn't even work? I swear. This is never ending. Then we'd better make it count. You've never tasted so sweet, darling. Oh, as well as can be expected when facing down the end of the world. Please, darling. You have the vampire ascendant on your side. How could we lose?
Don't waste a step.
I have assessed our encounter with the Netherbrain from every angle. I know why we failed. The problem was not the stones. The problem was you. You can make only one move at a time, but the Netherbrain calculates every possible move at once. It knows what you will do. It knows everything you could possibly do. You cannot outmaneuver it. To defeat it, you would have to think like an Illithid. Better yet, be one. Your mind is not capable of this. Mine is. You will give the stones to me. I will assimilate Orpheus, and then I will be able to leave this prison to face the brain. I will consume his thoughts, his knowledge, his brain. In theory, yes. You have resisted such a fate so far. And this would be a complete evolution. And you will be an Illithid for the rest of your days. Is this really something you would be willing to accept?
Let's not be hasty about this. I think this warrants a more private discussion. Away from that silver-tentacled Illithid.
This may be our last chance to defeat the brain.
So, we can't wield the stones unless one of us becomes an Illithid. I hope you're not actually considering this. Oh, we still have other options. Just consider the alternatives before throwing away that beautiful face of yours. You're asking me? Oh, darling. I don't know. Flip a coin if you need to. Just don't you consider transforming. The tentacles won't suit you at all, darling. That is a risky move, but if you think it's the right one, all right. Let's see how this plays out.
I trust you have aired opinions and grievances and made your decision. Are you ready to become a Mind Flayer? Thank you. Now stand aside. I will assimilate the Githyanki's power in your stead. Do not judge me. Come, we must follow the brain's path. This time, we will not fail.
I think I'm going to be sick.
Come, it's time to leave.
Corpse has nothing to say. Its mind has been consumed. Whatever thoughts it once had are forever lost.
I can't talk when we have a city to save, darling. At least the bits of it that are worth saving.
I need a quick word.
We proceed together. We must be getting close. Stay on guard.
Look at this place. From a symbol of the city's power and grandeur to a brain-infested husk. Maybe I should help fund the repairs when this is all over. It would be the civic-minded thing to do. And it means we could install secret tunnels, spy holes, maybe even a murder pit. Everything we'd need to rule from the shadows. Please, darling. You have the vampire ascendant on your side. How could we lose?
So that's progress.
Keep playing close.
How many die today? How many die tomorrow?
Never wanted the easy path.
is dark. Chris! You held the future of the people in your hands. How dare you take our prince from us? How dare you parade around this abomination? Silence. You've made your choice, and I've made mine. Tarzeth!
Still breathing, despite everything. No time for mercy.
Betrayer! You will not be the end of me. You will not be the end of Prince Orpheus!
Come on, can't stay idle.
I can't talk when we have a city to save, darling. At least the bits of it that are worth saving.
Thou art not alone, but thy numbers are few. Yet, it could be argued that excellence outweighs multitude where battle is concerned.
My dark forces are at your command today. We have a common goal.
Let us hope they are enough, lest this plane fall to Illithid ruin. I wish thee good fortune and good grace.
Dost thou need my services?
If thou art ready, proceed to seal Fate's image with thy final stitch. Whenever you're ready, lead the way.
Bodies, bloods, this is the dream. Knew I was smart to sneaks in. The Skelly boy said I could stay if I sold your stuff. So hurry up. Bye, bye, bye! Don't go, Doc.
All right, time to see what new horror's waiting for us.
Dragons, overhead. Stay low.
Fall back! Fall back! Matthew! Leave him be! We have to keep running! Mind Flayer! Mind Flayer! It's over.
He's frightened of your Illithid ally, but the very fact it hasn't killed him on sight gives him reason to pause. Can the rumors be true? Is this really the Mind Flayer who could save the city?
Run, friends! Run!
Keep your distance, darling.
Invisibility!
Invisibility. Everlasting.
Never a dull moment.
sandstone. Get a little higher, and we could probably climb it.
Nautiloid! Need to get to the brain! Now! Let's move. Quasico fucker.
Sliced and burned, dashed and diced. They will be offerings to your...
You will bleed for her glory.
Don't linger.
One day I'll catch a break.
Impero!
the shadows.
Maybe it'll bring us closer.
I can't talk when we have a city to save, darling. At least the bits of it that are worth saving.
There it is. The crown. The very thing that has been amplifying the Netherbrain's power. And the very place that we will be able to dominate it. That's where we should use the Nether Stones.
Well, that's just disgusting.
There you are. The rat catcher. Behave alone. Murder and carnage. You are spectacular specimens. And you will make spectacular thralls.
The crown! Cast the spell on it! Come, my unfriendly minions! Fight for your master!
Well, so much for peace. Let's get going.
There it is. The very...
Well, that's just disgusting.
The rat catcher. Behave alone. Murder and carnage. You are
There! The crown! Cast the spell on it! Come, my unfriendly minions! Fight for your master!
Time to press ahead. Nothing will stand in my way.
To go. Get to the crown and cast a spell to dominate the brain. I can hold them here.
Let's go. Where do I go from here? Take hero.
Death's cold grip.
Need
Keep them back!
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
It's weakened. This is our chance.
Even bound, its will is stronger than anything you've ever felt. The chains shake, threatening to break at any moment.
It's vulnerable, but not defeated. Use the portal. We will bring it down together. This is it. Its will is weakening.
Wretched thing! Time to die! Lineage, you will make!
This is it! Its will is weakening! Mortalis!
is because it knows I'm its master. I will finish this.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of the Emperor's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps.
It can be ours, my love. The whole world. We only have to take it.
I must obey. I must end.
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn Illithids. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Your tadpole burns in your brain. Silence. Free of urge and worm, your brain is battered and bruised. But it is yours. Yours at last.
can be ours, my love. The whole world. We only have to take it.
Hopes. Silence. Freedom. Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
Victory. Our enemies are dust at our feet. We're free of that stupid parasite. And I'm free to enjoy all the power Cazador left me. And here I was, worried I'd become some grotesque, deformed beast. I would say no offense meant, but, well, look at you.
It makes little difference to me. I did what I had to secure my freedom. And in spite of your resistance to evolution, you have proved a good ally.
Skvar, you may have succeeded, but I have failed. Gith's son is dead, and Vlaakith has abandoned me. I will be hunted by her Inquisition to the ends of the world. I must leave. I have nothing more to gain by being here. You, my ally, my peer. It will be a restless life while the false queen reigns over my people. But a life nonetheless, and a free one. Yes, I will stay. My destiny is for neither Vlaakith nor Orpheus to decree. It is mine. We fought well together. I will gladly fight with you again. If not the Astral Seas, then here, and wherever else we go.
Well, that's a pleasant sight. Here's hoping they stay in their own plane.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city. Smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt.
What shall we do with our liberty?
Yes. We should see if the elf song still standing. It's been so long since I had a fine wine, and we have more than earned it.
I will not be joining you. I fear my presence will be no more welcome in the streets of the city than it ever was.
Walk safely into the dark. You were truly tentacular.
I will miss you, too.
Now that you no longer live in each other's minds, it's hard to tell if the mind flayer is being sincere, though perhaps no harder than it ever was.
So many have fallen on both sides of this conflict. Once I would have died proudly in defense of the Netherbrain, thinking it a god. It is a sobering thought, and I intend to chase it away with whatever filth passes for wine in these parts.
It's over. You, who were destined to become a thrall, thanks to you, that you have earned. You slept like a babe straight through the night, dreamless, thoughtless, and almost entirely free. For the first time, you feel alone, calm. You breathe. Baal may have been your beginning, but he will not be your end. Of all those you killed in your father's name, one lingers in your mind even now. Isabel, the cleric of Selûne. Her death weighs upon you still. A burden you will carry for the rest of your days. But fortunately, you will not have to carry it alone.
It feels so good. Freedom. True freedom. Finally. I can feel my strength growing. Every day that passes, I gain new abilities. You know, now that our enemies have fallen, I might be the most powerful person in the world. And as you're my consort, that makes us the most powerful people in the world. My love, you always know the right thing to say. The world is ours for the taking. So, what would you like? Oh, darling, I love the way you think. We will need to be careful, of course. There are still powerful forces in the city. We can start slowly, quietly, charming and manipulating key figures, building up our network of puppets. Before long, we'll have our hands on every string in the city, and they will dance however we tell them to. We have a beautiful, bloody future to look forward to, my love. I can't be sure what it holds for us, but I know one thing. This is going to be fun!
6 months from the fall of the Netherbrain, you and Astarion were hosting a grand masquerade in the refurbished ballroom of Cazador's palace. A young elf wearing an ivory mask in the guise of a skinless skull handed you a note as he passed you in the crowd. An invitation written in a frail hand, inviting you to a gathering of the friends and allies who stood with you against the Absolute. Astarion pouted when you read the invitation to him. He'd gladly accompany you, but he would have been happy to host the party himself. As it is, you'll gather in a familiar place, and one altogether more suitable for your reunion.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
I fear I am becoming accustomed to the taste of some.
Divine. I wonder if I can get this for my own cellar.
You have managed to survive without me. A welcome surprise.
Private word would be nice.
I'm flattered by the attention, darling. But don't you want to check in with some of our erstwhile companions? I'm sure they've missed you.
Killed for a glass of Ulava wine.
Old friend. I thought slaying Vlaakith's hunters in the cliffs of Sword's Teeth might be the month's pinnacle. But I was wrong. Being right here, with you, is an infinitely greater pleasure. Were it not for you, I might not have known the value of partnership, connection. I found new allies now. New friends. People I trust and who trust me in return. We've heard word of a Githyanki outpost hidden deep in Chult, the last of Vlaakith's Sword Coast strongholds. We mean to slay every last Sarth in Kithrak. Perhaps the Challenger of Gods would care to join us. You always did have a great fire in your belly. I'm glad to see you have kept it kindled. Now go, mingle while you can. That's the word, right? Mingle? There is plenty of time yet for slicing scalps and tasting blood.
So, here we are. A gathering of allies at a cold campsite with no servants to attend us and few luxuries to enjoy. Oh, we could have been conquerors. We could have ruled these realms as gods. Do you ever regret that we did not take control of the Netherbrain? Do you think of all rulers as monsters? Conquest need not end in blood and ashes. You could have built a greater world than this. I shall not dwell on the past, though. The future is unwritten and rich with possibilities. I feared that returning to the Underdark as an apostate of Lolth would be an act of madness. Perhaps it was. If so, it is a madness that fits me well. Rebels swarm to my cause, and even if it takes centuries, I will reclaim my house in Menzoberranzan. And make the Spider Queen bleed.
To be heard. Such a pity. How have our dear friends been without us to guide and protect them? Well, of course they do. They were never anything without us leading them. I'm amazed they've even survived this long, honestly. Still, it is good to see them. And good for them to see us, side by side, flourishing. We do turn every head the moment we walk into a room, and rightly so. I may have power, but it would be nothing without you. You complete me, and together, we are unstoppable. So, heavens help the fool that tries to get in our way. I almost wish they would. It's been some time since we've seen a real challenge. But you should go. Mingle, chat, laugh. Have fun, my love. And if our friends drop any interesting secrets, bring them right back to me. Until then, I'll be here. But don't fret. I will be watching. I am always watching.
You were starting to wonder if you'd show up. Honestly, so have I. Well, come here, will you? It's been forever. You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it. No offense intended. Quite the contrary, in fact. I'm glad you seem well. Truly. I found a little cottage. Abandoned, half ruined. There's a lot of such places to be found, thanks to the Absolute's armies. I've been making it my own. I feel the same, honestly. The woman in the mirror looks unfamiliar sometimes, but she looks happy. And she has plenty of company as well. 4 dogs, 8 cats, 9 chickens, 6 pigeons, 4 sheep, a milk cow named Daphne, A squirrel who's far too clever for her own good, and a wolf cub I found orphaned in some woods. I've had to do far worse things with my hands. Trust me. This is no burden at all. I don't think I've ever slept more soundly than I have with my menagerie of beasts for company. Healing. Learning to live again. It's hard to think of all that was robbed from them, but they're intent on making every day count for double. My mother's mind still drifts every now and again, but she has more good days than not so good days. She taught me her recipe for apple and plum pie, and when I tasted it, I actually remembered it from when I was a little girl. Some things can't be taken from you, it seems. Father's making himself useful, helping me fix up the cottage and caring for the animals. You should see the amount I have now. He's been waiting years for this. Now he can't stop smiling. Sorry, I'm rambling. Family life and pastry recipes probably aren't the most interesting topics for such a historic reunion. Of course I do. Everything sounds good when I say it. No. Fine. With a little bit of spittle, chew your victuals, then play skittles. Congratulations, I think I've sprained my tongue. Must I? You presume a great deal. I'm joking. Of course I want to know. Tell me all. I can imagine. A celebrity in their midst. They must have raised their voices from whispers to faint murmurs. Hopefully, these meetups will become a regular occurrence. It's not that I miss the tadpoles, but at least it brought us together. Now we've got to make the extra effort ourselves. I'm sure we will, but let's be proactive about it all the same. We're more than capable. After all, we've faced down bigger threats than wrangling together a few social calendars. Oh, before you go, how does a red dragon plan their day? They don't. They just wing it. Sorry. My father's got years of terrible jokes stocked up that he never got to tell me when I was younger, but lucky for him, I've never heard them. And seemingly, I am easily amused. As if you'd have me any other way. Go on, you've got mingling to do. I'll work on my punchlines some more.
I fear I am becoming accustomed to the taste of sun-fed plants.
Perhaps I should stretch my wings again. Who knows what people are gossiping about?
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel? If thou could only see the paths of fate untaken, thy mind would surely break. Be glad of thy chosen path. It is, after all, thine. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much. What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready. For thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving. To you. There thou art, the dead three. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools. Everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals. I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.